Willingly posting daily updates about what we're doing.
A lot of the apps that we use on smartphones are designed to be addictive. And there are actually people out there putting news in our news feeds that are actually designed to upset us.
Social media refers to the means of interaction among people in which they create, share, and exchange information or ideas in virtual communities and networks. Social media has caused many to develop serious mental health issues, identity issues, and even body dysmorphia, trying to emulate the beauty standard portrayed on social media that are simply unattainable.
My name is Nish Reddy, and I got a social media first app, Instagram, when I was 15 years old. And
my name is Afshin, and I got social media at age 14.
When scrolling through social media, teens are looking at various types of content, including posts from their friends, family members, content posted by celebrities and influencers, and targeted ads from brands and companies. This can have a big impact on the mental health of teens, especially girls. Social media is essentially setting beauty standards, which impacts people's self-esteem as well as their tendencies to depression and anxiety because of body dissatisfaction.
When asked about what beauty standard from society I find most harmful for young girls, it's definitely the stereotype that skinny is pretty, because it's so easy for young females to get manipulated into thinking that their body is not enough, and that can lead to a lot of different things like eating disorders and overworking themselves, kind of just to fit into that idea of like, I have to be skinnier. And that's something I feel like can harm a lot of girls without them realizing it.
While we may believe we are mindlessly scrolling through such content, our subconscious is soaking it all up, and before we know it, those perfectly formed bodies have become the standard by which we measure everything else. Instagram browsing was related to increases in adolescents' depressed mood. Similarly, a teen's initial depressed mood was also related to increases in Instagram posting. This makes for a painful cycle. The more you browse, the more depressed you are. The more depressed you are, the more you post. In a 2019 report from the Lancet Child and Adolescent Health on associations between social media use and mental health and well-being, cyberbullying and lack of sleep accounted for 60% of the connection between social media and psychological distress. While smartphones and social media have made it easier than ever to connect with people around the world, they have also led to a load of negative effects. A 2017 study of 8th to 12th graders found that high levels of depressive symptoms increased by 33%. The suicide rate for the girls in this age group increased by 65%. Teens have developed serious social media addictions and are not aware of the extent of its consequences.
Daily, I would say I spend about 3 hours on social media. That is more than I'd like to admit. And I definitely would consider myself to have a social media addiction. I can't go a day without scrolling through Instagram or scrolling through TikTok.
My average of social media in a week is 30 hours, and I definitely think I have a social media addiction because I go on it almost every single day.
Just a simple scroll through social media and girls are greeted with a multitude of perfectly toned beauties, flat stomachs, impossibly long legs, and perky, perfectly rounded butts. This leads to low self-esteem and negative thinking towards food. According to the eating disorder statistics estimated by the National Eating Disorder Association, in the USA, up to 30 million people suffer from an eating disorder such as anorexia nervosa, bulimia nervosa, or binge eating disorder. Worldwide, the figure is more like 70 million suffers.
What role I think social media has played in the way that young girls view themselves? I think social media has caused young girls to kind of doubt their appearance and think that they're not pretty enough, or think that someone else is prettier. And it's caused a lot of young girls to grow up faster and kind of realize that I need to put on makeup, or I need to dress a certain way.
In today's society, girls feel the need to change themselves to fit in the trends and the things that are on social media.
On social media, we are surrounded by people and companies subconsciously and consciously telling us we need to be someone we're not, believe a certain thing, buy a certain product, and feel a certain way. The influence of those online makes us believe we aren't good enough and need to glow up to grow up, that we're unlovable if we don't meet these standards. It is incredibly important to teach young women and men that social media is not real life, and to teach them how to maintain healthy habits on social media. Some of which include respecting boundaries, setting screen time limits, and promoting mindfulness and presence. But most importantly, we need to teach young people that it is important to reach out for help when needed.